So this ranch is 240 acres. We've got a few more acres across the street.
Grew up in agriculture and then immediately left for 20 years to go into kind of corporate America. I sold insurance and eventually was in professional golf and management. We lived in Stockton, and when the housing crisis hit in 2008, that was kind of the epicenter for it. Through that crisis and some bad decisions of my own and whatnot, my family kind of lost everything. We lost our business, we lost cars, we lost our home. I didn't have a job or an income, and so the first step was kind of to feed everybody. And when I lost all that, I wanted to make sure that whatever happened in the future, that I didn't have to worry about feeding my family. And I didn't want to have to worry about where their meals were going to come from. And the only way you can do that is to grow your own food. You want to eat an elephant, start with one bite. And I think that's what farming is it's decision making on the fly. It's doing what has to be done today to get to tomorrow. It hasn't been about the money for a long time. It's about a sustainable way of life. It's about knowing that no matter what happens, I can feed myself and I can feed my family and I can feed my community. It's my core belief now that if you don't run your business sustainably, if you don't run your farm sustainably, and if you don't do both, you won't be around. You can't make it without both those principles. Call yourself a sustainable farmer is you've got to plan for next year and next decade and next century. You've got to make sure that what you're doing, you leave it better than it was when you started. If you accept the premise that corporate ag is not sustainable, that's kind of like the first thing. In order to go to church, the first thing you got to do is accept that there's a God. In order to listen to anything else I have to say about sustainable farming or anybody else, you have to accept that corporate America's farming practices are not sustainable. If you do that, then it's just a matter of how committed are you to that idea. I go to Walmart to get my plastic bins for the farmers markets, right? And I walk through there and I see all these people that are buying chicken for 89 cents a pound. And I was that guy 25 years ago. I've got a good friend in Stockton who teases me all the time because I used to wait in line for chicken quarters when they went on sale at 99 cents a pound at the local grocery store. And now I sell them for $9 a pound. But you have to accept that sometime in the near future, relatively speaking, that model is not going to work anymore. And once you do that, then you have to care. And my job specifically is to go out and market what we do and educate people to know that, there's a reason it costs what it does and it's worth it. And I think that's the biggest thing is it can't just be, hey, it's better for you, it tastes better, whatever. It's got to be, this is the value you're going to get out of it. Because it makes people more aware of what they're eating. And the beautiful thing about the businesses we've developed here is that we are the solution. We raise 500 meat birds in the space that a factory farm can raise 50,000. And that's not an exaggeration, that's just fact. So it's always going to cost more to do it our way. It's just always going to be better. Farming's hard. You have to have an undying passion for what you're doing because it's frustrating. But at the end of the day, it's also probably the most rewarding thing you can do. So if you have the right financial support and the right knowledge and the right group of people that you can go find out the answers you don't know, then it's a great job.